Intelligence. इंटेलिजेंस व्हाट इज इट? इंफॉर्मेशन होती है, इंटेलिजेंस होती है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन होता है। बहुत टर्मिनोलॉजी यूज करते हैं लोग भाग। आपने देखा होगा काफी सीरियल्स में भी आती है, काफी मूवीज में भी आते हैं, वेब सीरीज। सो बेसिकली व्हाट इज इंटेलिजेंस? इंटेलिजेंस इज समथिंग जो हम एडवांस में कलेक्ट करते हैं, some information which is collected far more in advance so that it can be analyzed and put into action, ताकि आगे होने वाले कोई भी इवेंट को हम प्रिडिक्ट कर सकें। इंटेलिजेंस, अ मिस्ट्री। यू नेवर नो कि आप कब कौन से मिशन के लिए, किस चीज के लिए कहां पोस्ट कर दिए जाएं। क्या स्किल्स हैं, क्या स्किल सेट है, आपको वो डेवलप करना पड़ता है, आपके अंदर ऑलरेडी होता है, इज इट इनहेरिटेड इन यू और यू हैव टू डेवलप इट, और द वे आई पुट इट, इवॉल्व इट। इज इट रियली पॉसिबल कि आप इंटेलिजेंस स्किल्स इवॉल्व कर सकें? वेल, आई थिंक IQ सब में होता है, इंटेलिजेंस क्वोशंट, एंड एवरीबडी हैज some amount of intelligence, but is it really what it takes inside you to become an intelligence officer? It all depends. Welcome to the world of intelligence. I'll talk about intelligence, investigation, information. What are all these? Intelligence is advanced collection of information, as I said, to put to means to a actionable event. इंफॉर्मेशन आप रोज देखते हैं, आपके न्यूज़पेपर्स में होती है, आपकी मैगजीन्स में होती है, और बाकी इंफॉर्मेशन तैरती रहती है। इट स्विम्स अक्रॉस एवरीथिंग दैट यू रीड, दैट यू आर गोइंग थ्रू। इज एवरी इंफॉर्मेशन इंटेलिजेंस? इट माइट बी और इट माइट बी नॉट। इट डिपेंड्स ऑन हु योर टारगेट इज। अगर कुछ चीज है, कुछ न्यूज है जो हमारे अपोजिशन के बारे में है, तो लेटर और सूनर we have to find कि क्या वो न्यूज या इंफॉर्मेशन क्रेडिबल है क्या। इंफॉर्मेशन और क्रेडिबल इंफॉर्मेशन, एंड हाउ अ क्रेडिबल इंफॉर्मेशन टर्न्स इनटू इंटेलिजेंस, दिस इज द की, एंड इट कम्स विद प्रैक्टिस, आई मस्ट से। आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट अब इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने के लिए आप लोगों को किस चीज की जरूरत होती है। आपने पहले इनपुट दे दिया कि दिस इवेंट इज गोइंग टू अकर। लेट्स से कोई अटैक होने वाला है, सम टेररिस्ट अटैक इज गोइंग टू टेक प्लेस। दिस इज एन इंटेलिजेंस। वो अटैक हो गया, इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज अ पोस्टमार्टम ऑफ ऑल द एक्शंस दैट हैव टेकन प्लेस, दैट इवेंट हैज अकर्ड। बट इन्वेस्टिगेशन से भी हम लोग इंटेलिजेंस कलेक्ट कर लेते हैं कि इस तरह के अटैक क्या फ्यूचर में पॉसिबल हैं। इमेजिन करिए, रिसेंट अटैक की बात करें तो देयर वाज पुलवामा अटैक, IED यूज हुआ था, कार बॉम्ब था, जैश ए मोहम्मद ने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ली थी अटैक की। सो इज इट लाइकली दैट जैश ए मोहम्मद इज लाइकली टू कैरी आउट सच काइंड ऑफ अटैक्स in far future or near future? Now, if we have that they have procured somewhat about 200 kgs of RDX, but they have only utilized 60 kgs of it, or let's say 100 kgs of it. So there's 100 kg of RDX still lying over there. Investigation के बाद हमें मालूम चला कि यहाँ पे तो इतना ही यूटिलाइज हुआ है, there's 100 kgs lying about it. Investigation हुई, उसके बाद हमने पता किया कि there's still scope for one more attack. So this is what investigation. They are correlated, but not every information is intelligence. What is intelligence again? Basically, it is in every human out there. I'll tell you the basics. First basic. Who, what, when, where, why. How many. 5 W's and 2 H's in every case, in every person, in every record, in every target, in anything that you do. These are the basic tenets that you have to find out. Any document, any report, any filing, any case is incomplete without it. Like पुलवामा में अटैक होने वाला है, कब होने वाला है, कौन करेगा ये अटैक, कितने लोग होंगे, कैसे होगा ये अटैक. See, again, it's a credible intelligence but not full. So these are the points which are to be inculcated into a case so that intelligence becomes fulfilled. Then again, who are these guys? What do they do? क्या वो सिर्फ रिपोर्ट फाइल करते हैं? क्या वो फील्ड में जाते हैं? आप लोगों ने मूवीज देखी होंगी, खान्स, कौशल, but I must say nobody has ever come close to the world of intelligence. That much close. Yes, we can say The Family Man, एक वेब सीरीज आई थी, Mr. Vajpayee acted into it, and some movies of Neeraj Pandey. They have come quite close, but not totally. Obviously, everything cannot be reflected upon the common people out there. They will be too scared, or they can take things lightly, or this thing, if come into public domain, it might be hazardous. Case in point,
26/11
being reported upon by media. Every bit of information was being passed on to the terrorists inside Hotel Taj, Mumbai. So everything cannot come in public domain. Intelligence personnel are bound by certain ethics, certain guidelines. Now 9/11 attacks, 26/11 attacks, they are very close of what people see. But उसके पीछे इंटेलिजेंस का क्या रोल था? लोगों को लगता है 3 घंटे की मूवी या फिर कुछ वेब सीरीज के अंदर, लेट्स से 10 आवर्स के अंदर इंटेलिजेंस कंप्लीट है. रियल टाइम ऑपरेशंस, ऑपरेशन जेरोनिमो, lying down of Osama bin Laden by CIA, NSA and FBI and all the intelligence agencies out there. कितना टाइम लगा था उनको? I mean, you people can research upon that, what it takes for a real operation to take place. And Osama bin Laden, when was he held? When was he executed? Or when was he killed by US Army? I mean, it is a thing to be researched upon. It is easy to say that in 3-hour movie, कुछ घंटों की वेब सीरीज की इतने टाइम में ये चीज हो जाती है. But it takes real pain and real team effort. It's not a single guy like you have seen in most of the movies or most of the web series की एक ही person है. There's a whole team and teamwork is really essential. You cannot let any person fall behind. Saying that, what it takes to be an intelligence officer, I believe you must have heard about officer-like qualities. We have intelligence officer-like qualities. First quality, obviously you should have IQ. You should know how to read another person. You should know profiling. You should know what the other person is talking about. You should be a keen listener. You should adapt. Adaptability is a big issue. You can be posted anywhere in any region, India, outside India, and you have to adapt. You have to learn the local language. You have to learn the basic local regional things, and then again the nuances of it. I'll give you a basic example. आप लोग चाहते हैं, आपको tasking दी जाती है by your senior officers that you have to make a source into a particular organization. Now you cannot pick out any Tom, Dick and Harry out there. You have to spot the talent. You have to see if you have to collect information. Obviously you cannot go to anybody out there who's indirectly connected. You have to pick out a source. You have to fine tune. अंदर घुस के देखना पड़ेगा कि कौन वो पर्सन है जो आपको राइटली वो इंफॉर्मेशन दे सकता है. आप उसको कांटेक्ट कर पाओगे, और कांटेक्ट कर पाने की कितने मीन्स है, उसकी प्रोफाइलिंग करना, उसकी क्या आदतें हैं, उसकी स्वॉट एनालिसिस. इट ऑल रन्स इनसाइड एन एल्गोरिदम विद इन योर ब्रेन. आपको मल्टीटास्किंग करनी पड़ती है. आप फर्स्ट मीटिंग ले रहे हैं उससे, तो आपको उसको एनालाइज करना पड़ता है. इज ही स्मोकर? उसके लिप्स थोड़े से ब्लैक एंड आउट है, उसके आईज रेड है. डज ही स्मोक मच और डज ही स्मोक चरस, गांजा, व्हाटएवर. उसके स्लीपिंग पैटर्न क्या है? कैन ही कम? इज ही टू मच लॉयल टू हिज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, और इज ही गिविंग यू मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन एंड मिस गाइडिंग यू, और अपने सीनियर्स को पास ऑन कर दे कि आई एम कॉन्टेक्टेड बाय सच एंड सच पर्सन, go and grab him. You'll put everybody's lives in jeopardy. It's not that much easy. It takes time. Multitasker. आप उस पर्सन से बात कर रहे हो एंड यू हैव टू फिगर आउट कि आप बात कर पा रहे हो, कैसे बात करोगे, कैसे नहीं बात करोगे उससे. जब वो बात कर रहा है तब उसके पूरी प्रोफाइलिंग आपको करनी पड़ेगी. आपने कुछ ऐसा बोल दिया जो उनके रिलीजन के खिलाफ है, देन यू हैव टू थिंक ओके here goes all in vain. So you have to figure out inside your brain while you're talking to him that you're not offending him. You have to exercise patience. You have to be a keen listener. And there's a term psycholinguistic. I don't know how many of you have heard about it, but you have to know कौन से रीजन से वो बिलोंग करता है, किस तरह की लैंग्वेज बोल रहा है, किस तरह की एक्सेंट है. Like, I mean, if he uses that word, he's exposed to at least South India. And if he's an outsider, he's talking Janab, हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा. So you'll have to figure out कहाँ से है वो. I mean, you have to study that person. So that is what psycholinguistics is all about. You have to study his language and figure out his psyche, कि वो कहाँ से belong करता है. And if you can connect कि आप particular region में particular जगह गए थे जो उसके native है, so you can connect to him. Then again, military operations के अंदर इसका बहुत use होता है. Military intelligence, I mean, it is taught in Pune, and there is a dedicated institute. A few talented and dedicated officers are taught about it and absorbed in the field. And there are various aspects. Defense के अंदर defense intelligence है. There is a dedicated directorate towards it. Air Force intelligence है. Indian Army भी MI, as I said, intelligence है. Naval intelligence है, DNI है. There are intelligence agencies like R&AW, then IB, then ED, DRI, dedicated intelligence agencies to deal with. The most basic thing. How can I join them? How can I enter them? How can I feel the Josh?
How is the Josh? Hi, sir! How is the Josh? Hi, sir!
Intelligence officer like qualities, as I was speaking before, आपके अंदर ये सारी qualities है. The most basic quality is your observation. I'll ask you most basic question so that you can, get a self-assessment done for yourself. आप newspaper पढ़ते हैं. It's human nature to see the most biggest and boldest thing out there, the headlines. Now, if I ask The Hindu, उसके लोगों में क्या क्या बना हुआ है? Which pictures are there? Which company runs The Hindu? Year of establishment. Who's chief editor of The Hindu? And let's say it for any newspaper that you read. You can check your observation skills. Obviously, they can be enhanced. Like military training के अंदर, when you go for an advanced course, MI course, or any intelligence organization would teach you, when you go inside a hotel or a restaurant, they'll teach you the entry and exit point. कि आपको entry point होने चाहिए. If you're meeting a source, you should always have an exit point. आप ऐसे कोई meeting नहीं लोगे जहाँ पे खाली एक entry point है. What if somebody else is tailing that person? वो double agent भी हो सकता है. Earlier example, आप एक contact से मिल रहे हो, आपको उसको source बनाना है. He has informed the seniors and आपको मालूम चलता है कि वो अपने सीनियर्स के साथ में आ रहा है. You are going in a restaurant which has only a single entry and single exit. You are obviously occupied. You cannot exit. So you have to pick the restaurant and hotel of your choice, not their choice. Basic skills. So you can exit from other doors. And obviously you have to do the Reiki yourself initially so that all exit points are not covered when you're going there. Basic things. Another question, how is military operations possible without intelligence? I say no military operations or any operations, even the most basic ones, are not possible without any kind of information or intelligence, as I say. Because you read the topography of a certain area to conduct an operation. You need to know where to go, how much ammunition, कितना असला बारूद है सामने वाले बंदे के पास या फिर सामने वाले टेररिस्ट के पास. Will he surrender? Can you pursue him to surrender? so that you can get to another targets using him. You can crack the whole network. और वो फिदायीन है. He is ready to blast himself with you guys. So without this tactical information, you cannot enter into any mission. So these are the basic things. Even I say India has intelligence being the second most oldest profession in the world. अगर आप लोग चाणक्य नीति पढ़ेंगे तो उसके अंदर गुप्तचर सेवा जो थी, that was considered most elite, because जो गुप्तचर होता था वो रिपोर्ट करता था डायरेक्टली किंग को what his enemies or enemy kings are doing, so that you are well informed and take strategic decisions and thereafter take tactical decisions in field. Why should we develop intelligence officer like qualities? You develop your observation skills. You develop an environment in which when you go to any person, you can profile that person. I'll give you a very familiar case. Since there are many interviews conducted, we take many interviews, we have given many interviews. So when you walk in as an intelligence person, I mean, you have those qualities like you're a keen listener, you observe, you absorb your surroundings, you absorb that persona of that particular person sitting right in front of you. You get to know him just by a glance, just by a look. When you go for an interview, there are 5 guys sitting around you, in front of you. There's an infographic displayed right inside your head. This person sitting on extreme left, age around 50, this 45, this 47, this 55, this 47. I'm not talking about exact figures, but let's say 40 to 50, 45 to 50, you get a vague idea. And then, okay, ये लोग उस जमाने से हैं, they have this kind of knowledge. He served under a different marshal, he served under that particular, they conducted these kind of operations, Operation Vijay, Operation Blue Star, ये उस जमाने के लोग हैं. If there's a lady sitting, okay. I mean, who guesses a lady's age, right? But you are an intelligence guy. So you get to know she's wearing a sari, and if she's wearing anything else, she's into forces, or there is a person who's sitting in plain clothes. What kind of shoes is he wearing? Is he a military person? Is he a defense personnel? So this is the basic idea you get. And then when you're instructed by a person who's sitting right opposite to you, वो आपको बोलते हैं कि please have a seat. You get to know who is commanding them. Although these are all basics, but it is good to know the basics. And these are basic observational skills. Who is carrying a pen inside his pocket? Who has, who's a smoker? Or who's vibrant and glowing out there? Who exercises a lot? You can just have it all just by a single glance at each one of the person out there. If a person is talking to you about, so are you an outdoor kind of guy or an indoor kind of guy? And that person has a certain kind of glow. And he exercises too much by looking at his physique. He's fit. Obviously, I'll say, sir, I, as an individual, go for outdoor exercises. I like to exercise. And I've gained his confidence right there and then. Because he's an outdoor kind of guy. I'm seeing that. Everybody does intelligence. Even there's business intelligence. Corporates do it. Espionage. So everybody does intelligence. Intelligence organizations around the world. I put that in accent because, we are quite influenced by CIA, NSA, and all the organizations. Then there is Janab ISI here and Mossad. I think most of you guys are generally influenced by the Mossad because they deal with lots and lots of revenge stuff. I mean, most of Indians are as well, because right after Pulwama, we did Balakot. Again, revenge. I mean, we were instantly compared by Israelis back there. Why? Because जब कोई हमारे ऊपर हमला करता है, कोई भी, any individual out there, I'm talking even about a personal attack, and you being Indian, it's an attack on our nation. So एक जज्बा आता है कि we should hit back with all the force that we have. Is it rightful to do so? Yes. Why not? If we have credible intelligence, we know where the terrorists are located, and obviously, international relations, Afghans helped us out back then to conduct a credible intelligence analysis and credible threat intelligence analysis so that attacks could be conducted by Air Force. So, Mossad or any kind of intelligence agency right there, it depends upon political will of the nation. Then and there, the intelligence can be conducted and the execution or implementation of that intelligence, credible intelligence, can be done with action or with silent action. You never know. Professional intelligence officer. As I said earlier, how to join MI? You obviously have to go through NDA, CDS, and if your senior officers find that stuff inside you, then you can easily become an intelligence officer. But like I said, you have to develop IOLQ, intelligence officer-like qualities, and you should be ready for any stuff. Not like a mere government babu types कि अपनी desk के ऊपर बैठे हैं, typing कर रहे हैं. You should be ready for anything out there, and you should be able to do the normal basic intelligence kind of things. Sensitive information को कैसे deal करना है, क्या चीजें छुपानी है, क्या चीजें बतानी है, even with your family. Intelligence is all about क्या नहीं बताना है आपको. How to join? There are various examinations conducted by UPSC. You can go as an IFS officer, IRS officer, NDA, CDS, CAPF आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. इन सबके इंटेलिजेंस ब्रांचेस होते हैं. Then you can be on deputation basis conducted into main RNDW and IB and other agencies as well. So this is how you join intelligence.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Kindly like, share and subscribe, and do follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook for dedicated guidance on various defense, CAPF and other examinations. All links have been given in the description. Jai Hind.